Welcome to D&D's Edu Corner. Ang math tutorial na ito ay tungkol sa solving quadratic equations by factoring. Sa tutorial na ito, isosolve natin ang mga sumusunod. But before we start, alamin natin ang mga steps in solving quadratic equations by factoring. Ang unang step ay siguraduhin nasa standard form ang ating quadratic equation. Pangalawa, find the factors of the quadratic expression na nasa kabilang side ng ating equation. Pangatlo, apply ang zero product property. Pang-apat, isolve ang resulting equation. At ang panghuli, i-check ang values na nakuha natin sa pamamagitan ng substitution. Let's have our first example. We have x squared minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Kung mapapansin natin, ang ating given ay nasa standard form na. So, ang gagawin natin is hahanapin na natin yung factors ng ating quadratic expression na x squared minus 6x plus 8. So, paano ba natin nahanapin ang factors ng ating given trinomial or ng ating quadratic trinomial? Ang gagawin natin is to look at the constant term. Hahanapin natin yung kaniyang factors na kung saan kapag pinag-add natin, ang magiging sagot is yung coefficient ng ating linear term which is negative 6. Okay, so i-ready muna natin yung ating factors. Since this is x squared, ang a natin dito is 1, i-ready na natin yung ating quantities. Tapos yung unang term dito ay x pareho. Okay? Now, kunin natin yung pangalawang terms sa bawat binomial. Again, kailangan nating hanapin yung factors ng 8. Let's have this factors. 1 and 8. 1 times 8, that is 8. Pero pag pinag-add natin, ang sum is 9. So, hindi sakto sa condition na hinahanap natin. Dapat ang sum is negative 6. Let's try another factor or factors. We have 4 and 2. 4 times 2, that's 8. But 4 plus 2, that will be 6. Hindi rin eksakto. Next, we have negative 4 and negative 2. If we multiply those numbers, ang magiging sagot natin is positive 8. And kapag pinag-add natin si negative 4 and negative 2, ang magiging sum is negative 6, which is eksakto sa ating hinahanap na condition. Ang gagamitin natin na numbers ay negative 4 and negative 2. Ilalagay na natin yan dito sa ating magiging factors. So we have x minus 4 and then quantity x minus 2 is equal to 0. Finactor natin yung ating quadratic expression into quantity x minus 4 times quantity x minus 2. So the next step is to apply the zero product property. Ang gagawin lang natin is to find the value of x kung saan magiging 0 yung ating factors. Ang gagawin natin is let's get x minus 4 muna. Equate natin siya sa 0. Kailangan makakuha tayo ng value ng x. Okay, so applying the addition property of equality, we have here x minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0 plus 4. Okay, and magkakaroon na tayo ng this will become 0. Matitira na lang is x is equal to 4. That is our first value ng x or ang ating first root. Now, let's get x minus 2. Equate din natin sa 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Same process. Apply the addition property of equality. Mag-add tayo both sides ng 2 para ma-eliminate natin yung negative 2 dito. So, magiging 0 ito. At matitira ay x is equal to 2. So, mayroon tayong dalawang nakuha na roots. We have 4 and 2. To check kung tama yung ating naging sagot, we're going to have substitution. Sa substitute natin yung ating nakuhang values ng x doon sa ating original given. Kuhanin natin yung ating original given, i-substitute natin muna si 4. So magkakaroon tayo ng 4 squared minus the product of 6 and 4 plus 8 is equal to 0. And simplify natin, magkakaroon tayo ng 4 squared, that's 16, tapos negative 6 times 4, that is negative 24, plus 8 is equal to 0. Simplify, magkakaroon tayo ng 0 is equal to 0. So it satisfied our given equation. Next, let's try x is equal to 2. Ipalit natin sa original equation. Pinalitan yung mga variables, nagkaroon tayo ng ganitong equation. Okay, and then simplify 2 squared, that will become 4. And then negative 6 times 2, negative 12, plus 8 is equal to 0. So kapag sinimplify natin yan, magkakaroon tayo ng 0 is equal to 0. Ibig sabihin, tama yung ating naging roots or solutions na 4 at saka 2. Let's have our second example. X squared plus 6 is equal to negative 5x. Wala pa ito sa ating standard form. Aayusin muna natin. Okay? Gawin natin is to apply the addition property of equality. We have to eliminate negative 5x dito sa kabilang side of the equation. So, ang gawin natin is add both sides by 5x. Negative 5x plus 5x, it will become 0. And ayusin lang natin itong nasa kabilang side. Kailangan pangalawa yung linear term. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So ito na yung bagong gagamitin natin. Yung naka-standard form. Okay? So x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. I-factor natin itong quadratic expression. Hanapin natin yung factors ng 6. Kung saan kapag pinag-add natin, ang magiging sagot is positive 5. Ano kaya yung factors na yon? Ano kaya yung dalawang numbers na yon? Lagay lang muna natin yung ating quantity and then yung x sa magkabilang factors. Ang ating hinahanap na numbers ay 3 and 2. 3 times 2, that is 6. And then 3 plus 2, that is positive 5. Okay? Now let's apply the zero product property. So, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Ito munang unang factor ang ating kinuha. Apply the addition property of equality. Okay? May eliminate natin si positive 3 by adding negative 3 on both sides of the equation. Simplify. Makakuha tayo ng x is equal to negative 3. So, yan na yung unang value ng x. Let's have x plus 2. X plus 2 is equal to 0. Again, addition property of equality ang ating i-apply. So, mag-add tayo both sides ng negative 2 para maalis si positive 2 dito sa kabilang side ng equation. Simplify, makakakuha tayo ng x is equal to negative 2. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang values ng x. Let's check kung tama yung ating nakuha. Ipalit sa original equation, ito munang negative 3 na nakuha natin. So, magkakaroon tayo ng okay, since x squared yan, magiging quantity negative 3 squared plus 6 is equal to negative 5 times negative 3 kasi meron tayo ditong negative 5x. And then simplify. Negative 3 squared or negative 3 times negative 3, that is 9 plus 6 is equal to negative 5 times negative 3, that is positive 15. Simplify. Dapat mag-equal sa 15. So, 15 is equal to 50. Nasatisfy niya yung ating given equation. Let's try negative 2. So, we have quantity negative 2 squared plus 6 is equal to negative 5 times negative 2. Simplify. So, we have 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. And then add si 4 at saka si 6, 10 is equal to 10. Tama yung ating nakuha na solutions or roots na negative 3 at negative 2. Let's proceed sa ating third example. We have here 2x squared plus 15x is equal to negative 27. Kung mapapansin natin, hindi ulit siya naka-standard form. So, ayusin muna natin yung ating given equation. Gawin muna nating standard form by adding both sides by positive 27. Okay? Add both sides by 27. So, magiging 0 ito. And then, magkakaroon na tayo ng standard form na 2x squared plus 15x plus 27 is equal to 0. Ito na yung bago natin gagamitin. Pero, pansinin natin na yung a, okay, ang a natin is greater than 1. Yung pina-factor natin kanina, example 1 and example 2, kaya tayo nagdidiretso na maglagay ng x sa ating factors kasi 1 yung ating a. This time, we have a is equal to 2. Paano natin siya ipa-factor? Ganito ang ating gagawin. Let's factor out 2x squared plus 15x plus 27 is equal to 0. So, ang gagawin nating una ay i-multiply si constant term doon sa numerical coefficient ng ating quadratic term, which is 2. So, multiply natin. 2 times 27, the product is 54. Okay? Now, kapag na-multiply na natin yan, mayroon na tayong product na 54, hahanap naman tayo ng factors ni 54 na kapag pinag-add, ang sagot ay 15. Okay? Ulit. Hahanap tayo ng factors ni 54 na kapag pinag-add, ang magiging sagot ay 15, which is the coefficient of our linear term. Ano ba yung dalawang numbers na yon? Ano yung factors ng 54 na kapag pinag-add, 15 ang sagot? That's correct. We have 6 and 9. Okay? So, 6 times 9, that is 54. 6 plus 9, that is 15. Okay? Next step. Since mayroon tayo ditong numerical coefficient ng x squared, which is 2, i-divide natin yon sa nakuha nating factors ni 54. Okay? So, ilagay na muna natin yung x sa magkabila. Ayan, ito na. Magkakaroon tayo ng x sa magkabilang factors and then, yung ating nakuhang 6, i-divide natin sa 2. Again, sa nanggaling si 2, dito yon sa numerical coefficient ng ating x squared. Okay? And then, 9, i-divide natin din sa 2. Pwede pa natin itong i-simplify, kaya ang magiging factors natin ay ganito. So, x, 6 divided by 2, that is positive 3. So, ang unang factor natin ay x plus 3. Ito naman, since hindi tayo makakakuha ng saktong sagot, pag divide natin si 9 kay 2, ang gagawin natin is to put itong number 2 dito sa unahan ng x. Okay? So, ganun lang siya. Kapag hindi divisible, yung denominator ilagay natin dito sa x. So, ang isa pang factor natin ay 2x plus 9. Ito na yung ating gagamitin. Balik tayo dito sa ating example number 3. Nakuha na natin yung factors ng ating given quadratic equation. Ito na yon. Quantity x plus 3 times quantity 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. Let's use the zero product property. We have x plus 3 is equal to 0. Use addition property of equality. Add both sides by negative 3. Okay, simplify. Makakakuha tayo ng sagot na x is equal to negative 3. How about 2x plus 9? Kuhanin natin yan. Equate natin sa 0. Okay, next, addition property of equality. Add both sides by negative 9. Okay, ang matitira dyan kapag sinimplify ay 2x is equal to negative 9. Now, ang goal natin ay maging x lang yung dito sa kabilang side of the equation. So, we have to divide both sides by 2. So, kapag nag-divide tayo, makakakuha tayo ng value ng x na negative 9 over 2. Okay? So, mayroon tayong dalawang values na nakuha. Values ng x, negative 3 and negative 9 over 2. Let's check kung tama yung ating naging sagot. Substitute natin muna si negative 3 dito sa mga variable natin sa original equation. Okay, so we have 2 times the quantity negative 3 squared plus 15 times negative 3, okay, is equal to negative 27. Okay, singit ko lang, pwede ba natin gamitin itong naka-standard form? Pwede naman. Okay, so but this time gamitin na natin itong ating original equation. This will become positive 9, so magiging 2 times 9. 15 times negative 3, that's negative 45, is equal to negative 27. Okay? And then, simplify natin. 2 times 9, that is 18 minus 45. Okay? Ang magiging sagot is negative 27 is equal to negative 27. How about negative 9 over 2? Palit natin sa ating variable na x. So, ito siya. And then, i-square lang natin muna itong ating fraction. Ang magiging value niya ay 81 over 4. Ta-times natin yan sa 2. And then multiply 15 times negative 9 over 2. Makakakuha tayo ng product na negative 135 over 2 and then equal to negative 27. Okay, simplify. Multiply 2 sa 81. 162 over 4 minus 135 over 2 is equal to negative 27. So, kapag na-simplify natin ito, ang mga obtain natin dyan is negative 27 rin. Now, let's proceed to our fourth example. X squared minus 6x is equal to 0. And this time, nasa standard form na siya, kaya lang wala tayong constant term. So, the constant term is 0. So, ito na lang yung natara. X squared minus 6x is equal to 0. Now, factor out natin using the GCMF or the greatest common monomial factor of x squared and negative 6x. So, ano ba ang kanilang GCF or GCMF? That is x. Okay? And then, divide natin yung ating GCMF into x squared minus 6x. We will obtain x minus 6. So, ito na yung factors natin. Quantity x minus 6 is equal to 0. So, if you want to review factoring, you may check out our video about factoring. Okay, next natin. Kunin natin, syempre, yung x. That will be x is equal to 0. So, ito na yung una nating value ng x. Next is x minus 6 is equal to 0. Let's apply the addition property of equality. Add both sides by 6. Simplify, x is equal to 6. So, ang nakuha natin ay 0 and 6. Ipalit natin sa ating original equation. Magkakaroon tayo ng 0 squared minus 6 times 0 is equal to 0. Simplify. Siyempre, we have 0 is equal to 0. How about positive 6? 6 squared minus the product of 6 and 6 is equal to 0. So we have 6 squared, that is 36, minus 36 is equal to 0. And obviously, 0 is equal to 0. Tama ang ating naging solutions na 0 at saka 6. So yan ang ating roots. Down to our last example, example number 5. X squared minus 36 is equal to 0. So we have here difference of two squares. So again, may tutorial kami about this. So if you want to check that out, tignan lang ang description ng video na ito. X squared minus 36 is equal to 0. Gawin lang natin, since difference of two squares ito, mag-ready na tayo dito ng, okay, paglalagyan natin ng ating factors, and then, sum and difference. Okay, kuha nilang natin ang square root ni x squared, x, and then, square root of 36, we have 6. So, sum and difference yung ating magiging factors. We have quantity x plus 6 times quantity x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now, let's use the zero product property. Kunin natin itong x plus 6, equate natin into 0, use addition property of equality. So, add both sides by negative 6. X is equal to negative 6. How about x minus 6? Equate natin into 0. X minus 6 is equal to 0. Add both sides by positive 6. Okay, and then simplify. X is equal to 6. Now, let's check our answer. Palit natin muna si negative 6 sa ating original equation. We have quantity negative 6 squared minus 36 is equal to 0. Square natin ito. Negative 6 times negative 6, that is 36. 36 minus 36 equals 0. Obviously, 0 is equal to 0. Next natin, 6, ipalit natin sa original equation. 6 squared minus 36 is equal to 0, and 6 squared is equal to 36. So, 0 is equal to 0. Pareho sila na nag-satisfy sa ating equation. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung ating naging roots na negative 6 and 6. That's it for our tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope na mag-subscribe kayo sa aming channel for more tutorials.